Hello, my darlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my dear friends, new and old. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting that you would find what you need today. I'm so glad you're here. For anyone that doesn't know me, I am the Pennine Witch, a healer, a Reiki master, energy worker, and intuitive psychic. Today's session is all about letting it happen, putting an end to suffering, to struggles, to relieving you of those difficult emotions, that physical pain, and trusting. And I'm going to help you to see how easy it is to put an end to those discomforts and to find deep relaxation, rest, and peace and happiness in your life. So, before we get into the session today, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that keeps coming back, that is leaving comments, that is showing support for me on this wonderful journey. I love to do this work. So thank you. If you would like to support me, there are a few ways you can do so. Please subscribe, hit that little bell, leave me a comment, like this video, and if you'd like to keep me caffeinated, you can buy me a coffee at the link in the description in the video. So thank you to everybody that continues to allow me to do the thing that I love the most. This is just kind of something that I've been growing for the past few years, and I love it so much. I love you guys. I love this little community that is forming around. It's wild. So thank you so much. And with that, I will get us started in our session today. We're keeping it very simple today because the work is all coming from inside. So I want to help guide you into these states that are going to allow you to reap the benefits of this healing. So we are going to bring a lot of Reiki energy in today. We're going to call upon our spirits, our angels, and I've got some tools. We've got obviously our smoke cleanse because you know we love a sage. We've also got some incense, just my little sweeping fan, and some crystals. So nothing too crazy, no super loud triggering noises. We've got some lovely bracelets and some rings just for the ASMR tingle effect. And also just because, you know, it's nice to be fancy. So my darling, please allow yourself this space now to relax. This is your time. I am here in this moment with you. I want you to get yourself nice and comfortable. Take a sip of water. Take a deep breath in. And let's begin. Okay. So we're going to start today with a grounding minute. This is important just to connect ourselves to the earth, to connect ourselves to those vibrational frequencies that are going to allow us to root into ourselves, to root into this moment, to root into the energy that we are wanting to call in, which is to bring it down and become nice, still and steady. So in whatever position you're in right now, I just want you to place your awareness onto your feet and just taking a deep breath in at the same time and out. Good, and another breath in. And letting it go. And another breath in. And out. So just start to allow that focus to drop into the soles of your feet, just noticing those really micro vibrations in your toes and the soles of your feet. Just noticing how they feel somewhat tingly, and just noticing how they're connecting to that surface underneath, if it's the floor or if it's the bed, wherever you're watching, just noticing. And all we're doing, we're not trying to control anything, we are just simply placing awareness and just noticing how that feels, if there's any discomfort, if there's any tension, fidgeting, whatever it is. We're not trying to amend it, we're just letting it happen. Okay, so do you just keeping your attention there, my sweet, and I'm going to bring in some sage. We're just going to kind of open up this circle. I like to use sage just to symbolize the start of this session, to set the intention to envelop ourselves in protection, calming energy. And just opening up that wonderful relaxing space for us to conduct this healing. Let's just give it a nice clean. As we start to expand our circle of protection, we invite our angels and spirit guides. We invite the divine to join us in this space, to offer their protection and their healing energies, their powers. We ask today for clarity, for acceptance, surrender, peace, and happiness. That's what we're all looking for, isn't it? Just a little bit of peace and happiness in the world and ourselves. And when we do feel peace and happiness in ourselves, we see it out in the world. It always starts from inside. Even on a cloudy or stormy day, if your insides are radiant, peaceful, content, you'll see so much beauty in the world. And just asking our ancestors and our guides to stand beside us and to impart their wisdom, should they wish, should it be required. Let's bring in our little fan, my favourite tool. Just get some sweeping. Just gonna brush this across for you. we'll just let this burn away, just keeping us surrounded with that protection, cleansing. And I'm also going to light some incense. So we've got a little bit of myrrh, called frankincense and myrrh. And this is going to help to open up the space and to provide a little bit of extra grounding, to allow us some peace and inner wisdom to arise. Let's draw in some of our Reiki symbols with the incense, chakra ray, chakra ray, chakra ray. Say Reiki. Just setting that intention for this Reiki healing to reach you in whatever time and space it is that you are watching this. I'm just going to let this burn now throughout. Okay, so just feeling into that space now. So I want you to bring to your attention now something that has been causing you stress, or something that's been causing you physical or emotional distress or pain, discomfort of late. It might be a situation, it might be a physical condition, it might be conversation or a person in your life that is making you feel unhappy. And I just want you to feel for a second that emotion that's connected with that, even if it's a physical pain. Just bringing it to mind and just noticing what that feeling is, where it sits in your body. It might be tension, it might be nausea, it might be like a gut punch, it might be heartache, it might be a lump in your throat, it might be a headache, it can be an angry emotion, a really sad emotion. Frustration. And also now I want to invite you to notice what happens when you just know that it's there without trying to push it away. So just letting that thing happen without any resistance. Just seeing it as a thing that is happening in your life right now. Okay. Okay, so this is happening. And that's all we need to think right now. Just, this is happening. And it's happening anyway. And one of the things that I have realised myself this week, because it's, week by week insights, we have not got this healing game nailed down at all. one of the things I learned this week was that pain and suffering only exist in resistance to something. That's it. When we're trying to get rid of something, change something, affect something, just resist it. That's where the pain comes, that's where the struggle comes. When we can simply just observe it and let it be what it is and let it happen, we relieve ourselves of the resistance and we relieve ourselves of the pain connected to that which we are feeling. You see, it's not about stopping it, it's about accepting it and trusting it. That's how you let things go. Just know that it's there. It's going to be doing that thing anyway. You have no control over it. The most we can do is acknowledge it, accept it, and let it happen. Let it do its thing. Let it work through you. Allow yourself the freedom of dropping control, of trying to change something or someone. It will instantly alter, which is funny really, it will actually alter your experience just by dropping the resistance. I'm just going to be supporting that with this Reiki, trusting that your higher self receives the healing that it needs. It will draw from me exactly what is needed. Again, we're not trying to control it. I'm not sending anything. You're drawing it unconsciously through your soul, through your spirit, and you're drawing in exactly what you need. I'm just the channel. Okay. So we trust, we're not trying to remove this feeling right now, we are just accepting its presence. Can you feel how okay you are in this moment? You're safe, you're okay. Even though these things are happening, you're okay. And the minute you try to alter, it brings all those anxieties and worries and fears. How am I going to stop this from happening? That's all we're ever trying to do. We're trying to make something finish so that we can feel at peace. But actually, the peace comes in accepting and just letting life happen. And that's not to say that we can't take action. It means that we can't be attached to the outcome. And whatever's meant to happen will, because we have no control over anything other than the way that we respond inside and outside. Just going to start to bring some of that outer energy in. It's an amazing revelation, right? It has to find a place though inside you that resonates. I know it can be quite tricky to actually accept the truth and all we want to do in our little ego states is say, no, that's not how it is, no, make it stop, I don't want to listen. And that's doing exactly the same thing. We're resisting. So you can even do it with things like, okay, we're not going to get into politics, but say there's someone that you dislike. There's an outcome that you wish had been different. There's a person in your life that really ruffles your feathers. And we create this really tense experience for ourselves because we're in this process of like, I dislike this person and I'm giving them all my energy. It's been taken up in this feeling of like, I wish that person were different. I wish this outcome were different. So we're really in this flux of kind of trying to create something else other than the reality that is happening. And we're just causing all this suffering for ourselves. And it's like, oh God, I'm doing this to myself. You know, nobody's doing anything to you. The only person that's doing anything in your life that's creating this pain is you, my darling. I'm sorry to say. This goes for me too. Whereas if I can hear somebody speak and allow myself to just let that happen and not be attached, to totally detach my own beliefs, my own idea of who I am, and just see that this person is living their life in their timeline. I am surrendering my need to be right, to have anything be different, and I'm able to just see it as a really neutral situation and let it pass me by. And that's not to say that we don't get triggered, because heck yeah, we get triggered. I get triggered so much. But that's for a reason. So even in the trigger, I'm able to see that there's something there for me. It's like I'm being triggered because there's something I need to observe inside myself. Why am I triggered by people that are different to me, that have different strong opinions to me? Why am I triggered by a negative comment? Why am I triggered by somebody cutting me off in traffic? Why am I upset by the way somebody's treating their partner or their children in the supermarket? It's because I am trying to control something in my reality, and the feeling of being out of control and not being able to affect something is really powerful. It creates a lot of suffering. We take a lot of pain collectively through our people, through situations that we see in the news. We see war, and we see poverty, and we see all these things going on, and we're aching because we want to change something. We want people to be relieved of suffering. But again, we can see that situation as just being as it is. We have no control over that scenario. But what we do have, again, is control over who we're being, how we move through the world, how we see the world. And energy is connected, my darling. We need to be exactly what we want to see in the world, because that will ripple. If you ever see people gossiping or moaning, you'll see how that affects a group. It's infectious. So is laughter. Smiling at somebody, it's very rare you'll smile at someone that doesn't smile back. Energy is infectious. So we don't control, but we can influence through who we are being. If we're letting it happen, if we're unattached to the outcome, to the thing, to the person, to the change, that energy will be taken out, placed in your reality, and will be picked up by everyone around you. I'm just going to do a nice little pull down through these chakras now. I get lost sometimes in my chatter. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Let's pull some of the energy down. I want to focus mainly on your lower chakras because these are the ones that we feel the most. Root, sacral, solar, and a heart space. But I think it's important just to pay attention a little bit to our upper chakras and just clean. As we're clearing those down. Just balancing out a little bit. Let's just hold some space here for a second. Just allow yourself a minute just to relax into the space you're in now. Just reconnecting to yourself. Drop out of the mind into your heart space and just feel that energy, that warmth of your chest, the rise and the fall. Just going to balance a little bit just down by your root and your crown. Just kind of creating a nice little Reiki channel running through. Calming down. Beautiful. Okay, let's bring our crystals in. So I'm going to start with some selenite just to cleanse, reset, rebalance, and then we're going to double up on some rose quartz just to really feel and encase that loving, self-affirming energy, that confidence, that self-love, that nourishment. And then we're going to finish with some rainbow fluorite to really cleanse and open up those channels, to feel that inner peace, to balance, to revive and banish out any leftover anxieties, worries, or anything that is not of service. Okay. Let's start to slice that down the middle, just bringing in kind of anything in the outer aura and just collecting it, pulling it down. Just gonna bring that around the back of your head. Okay. Bringing it in. huge lump of rose quartz, and I've also got a point. So we're going to just make sure this is directed. We're going to hold this towards your lower chakras, and we'll guide this down. So just stay open. We're going to bring in some love now. Just allowing you to accept, having that intention just to accept things as they are right now. Everything is okay. You are loved. You are appreciated. You are valuable. You're safe, secure, and you're exactly where you are meant to be. Everything that is happening is meant to be. It is serving you powerfully in your evolution as a human being and as a spirit. Just pulling in next. I'm just going to hold this here for a second. I'm just going to hold that for a second while we just feel into this space that we've created together. Just taking a second to acknowledge yourself in this moment and how awesome you are and how wonderful it is that you're able to hear and feel and accept this energy, that you're able to show up for yourself in these little moments. We have a bit of a problem with slowing down, don't we, as a race. Really struggle to go with the flow of life. And you look at the trees and the waves and every single, if you ever observe nature, it is in absolutely no way resisting anything. Is it? The water's not resisting. It's not like, oh, I can't go down that little bit of, stream. It's just going with it. It doesn't care if it falls off the edge. It doesn't care if it ends up in a stagnant puddle. It's just flowing. It's just going. So wherever it ends up, it ends up. Imagine nature if it went to try to go against everything that was happening. It'd be very painful. And you're part of nature, my darling, so allow yourselves to let go. Open the hands and just let yourself fall. You will be caught, and you will be okay, and you will be safe. Okay, I'm going to come in now with our rainbow fluorite. So, if you've got any doubts about whether this is going to work, let's get rid of them now. This is no place for doubts, my love, okay? This is no time for being anxious or worried or stressed. I know it's a difficult time of year as well coming up for a lot of people. This is busy. This is crazy energy going off right now. I feel that too, I get it. So it's more important than ever that ourselves some calm, some rest. I'm just going to bring in that energy of the chakra. I'll say Reiki. Bringing that down again, just going to calm that into your energy. Just combining that lovely, lovely Reiki healing that you're absorbing so well. Your body is taking all these energetic nutrients, fixing your reality into a more positively framed and anxiety-free, relaxed state. I'm just going to place this down at your base while we finish with some energy stirring Reiki. It's just whipping up a storm, a good one. Energy that's been brought to the surface. And if you're ever in need of a little bit of a reset, honestly, just placing your own hands on your body and just taking a second to notice the feeling, the connection. That's Reiki, darling. You got it. You've got the power. Just tap into your body. Just shifting that awareness. It will really help when you're having a bad day up there. I'm thinking of doing a Reiki along. I'll put that in a different video, but yeah. Let me know if that's something that you'd find helpful. A little like a sing-along, but a Reiki along. So we do it together. And you don't need to be attuned, I promise you. You've got the power already. Okay, just starting to come back into the body now, so just shake off. Shake off and calm, shake off and calm. You've done so good. I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself again. Well done. I hope you found this really useful. I want you to allow yourself just a little bit of extra time once I leave you, just to feel those nourishing vibrations, just to allow yourself a little bit of quiet and space to integrate. Don't go diving back into the world just yet. If you're asleep, then wonderful. I hope you find peace and relaxation and deep restoration in your dreams and sleep. And if you're still awake and with me, then please go and drink some water and just take as long as you need, just to allow all that yummy energy to integrate. And before I leave, I'm going to ask and thank our angels and guides for their presence and support. We're blessed to have had you in this space with us, and I ask that an angel walk beside you through your day, through your night, through your sleep, and place its hands on your shoulders and protect you with its white and golden light. And thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for being here for yourself. I will see you again very soon. And please feel free to let me know how you felt throughout this session. I'd love to hear your comments. And look after yourself, my darling. And I'll see you soon.